Why hello out there, and welcome to Two Dudes on the Radio,
where the world is crazy, but luckily, so are we.
My name is Eddie Boyce.
And I'm Shaner.
Dude, we did it.
That's it.
We did every single episode intro correct.
Worth.
Remember where we were last season, where we messed up like half of the intro? We got it this season.
We got it. Pros.
Today's a bittersweet moment in time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It is the last regular episode, or traditional, I don't even know. It is the last radio...
You can say last in the studio episode, because we can still do normal episodes like that, but this will be the last episode in the studio, which is kind of become, a staple.
Here, last episode as Waynesburg students.
Yes.
We are like 10 days away from graduation, right? 10?
Can't believe it.
And this is it.
This is it.
This is episode 13.
Wow. So how many episodes overall? Like 20 something?
It's either like 25 or 26. Wow. I feel like we were one short last year, but
probably
at 12, I think. I don't remember exactly, but like 25 or 26 episodes, man.
Wow.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it so far.
We are radio show hosts.
That doesn't mean we're done, however. But we'll get into that in a few minutes. If you're not already, I mean, it's a little.
It's a little late to join the game, but still.
But you still can. You should follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube, so you can
give us feedback. Go and binge the whole series, and then let us know what you think. Let us know how you think we improved from season 1 to season 2.
I think we have a lot. I feel like we found our groove.
Yeah, season 2, we got our groove.
We got our groove on this year and semester. So yeah, just. Thanks for being with us, everyone that's listened. Our viewership has kind of go down. Well, at least on YouTube. I don't know who listens to us live.
I know of a couple people that listen to us.
Oh, they do?
I know that, I think... I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was Josh Sumter said he was listening to us live the other day.
Shout out to Josh Sumter. Way to hold down the fort in the live camp. Yeah, so our viewership on YouTube's gone down, but there are a few that have stuck with us, So thank you for y'all that have stuck with us. We really appreciate it.
2 shout-outs I think we got to give. My family, mainly my dad.
Oh, shout out to your dad.
Faithfully
especially
listening.
For those t-shirts. Go check out those t-shirts on Instagram. They're awesome.
And Jim Gallucci, another fellow student here.
Really?
Every time I see him, it's, hey, this guy hosts a radio show. Yeah, I listen to it all the time while I'm doing homework and stuff.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He's great.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah, every time I see him now. Every time, no matter who we're with, he always goes like, oh yeah, this guy's a host of a radio show. Yeah, I listen to it all the time. So, shout out to Jim. Thanks, Jim.
Shout out to you, too. We should have him on the show. Jim on the show would be
that'd be
chaos
wild.
incarnate.
There'd be a lot of editing, probably.
Well, that's a whole different issue. But yeah, shout out to those two. We will have you on the show at some point, hopefully. All right, so let's just jump into it. Our last top 5 in the Hive.
Yeah.
Shaner, what did we decide to do for this week?
Our top 5s. No, I didn't repeat myself. No, there's not a glitch in your earbuds.
I mean, you did repeat yourself.
No, I didn't repeat myself unintentionally. No, there's no glitch in your earbuds, headphones, or your actual ears. We're doing our top 5 top 5s.
Mm-hmm. That we've done this year.
Yep.
Our favorite top 5s we've done this year. So let's just get into it, Shannon.
I'll let you start.
You'll let me start?
Yeah.
So the bottom of the barrel. Well, I shouldn't say bottom of the barrel, but my number 5.
They've all been good.
What?
I think they've all been good.
I think most of them. I think some have been better than others.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
So my number 5 is our woo moments when we did last week. Actually, that was just a fun one. That was really fun to put together and reminisce.
It was. There was a lot of fun memories there.
And very, very cut and dry. That was last week, episode 12. So yeah, you go check that out if you want. Do you have your number 5?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with our songs one. Our top 5 favorite songs we've listened to.
That was a fun one.
It was a fun one to discuss, but I just think there are others that kind of top that one.
All right, fair enough. I still haven't listened to that music that you suggested.
Same, I haven't listened to your music, so we're even.
Have to send it to me because I've been listening to a lot of new music.
Yeah, we'll have to review.
Yeah, again, that was like episode 1. No, 2. That was episode 2.
2
that we did that. So my number 4 is Stupidest Ways to Die. I don't remember. It was like in the middle of the semester. I don't remember which episode that was. I should have written these down, but yeah, Stupidest Ways to Die. I think the favorite one I heard what was your favorite one? I don't remember. I should have written this down. It's been one heck of a week, folks. Like
Eagles dropping turtles. That's the
that one. That was it. Oh, that was
because that's real too. Like that's an actual thing. We didn't just make that up for
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? You still say views if it's in the late listens.
Wait, views for
like if we're a radio show, do we get views or do we get listens?
So
that's a good question.
Well, I mean, if it's YouTube, it's still views because it's a video. But if it's radio, it's shoot,
listens.
I think it's listeners.
Oh yeah, so we didn't
listeners.
just make that up to get listeners. Turtles are actually dropped on people's heads.
They drop them to eat the nom noms in the turtles shells. That was a fun one. All right, so you're number 4, Sheener. Are you okay over there?
I am trying to get this microphone to sit right so I can be nice to the people listening online listening live. My number 4. 4? This is confusing because usually I let you go first this time. So this is really throwing me off. My number 4 is going to be probably foods. That was a fun one because we learned a lot about each other that day. We learned a lot. We had a lot of fair discussions about food and what foods we like and what foods we don't like. I think we had a lot. And,
Do you mean the side dish one or
side dishes? That was it.
Yes,
I couldn't remember side dishes. Yeah. So my number 4 is going to be side dishes. It was a pretty fun conversation because we learned a lot about side dishes.
That and just potatoes are the best.
Yeah, potatoes are the best.
You can't go wrong with potatoes.
Potatoes are it.
All right. Man, this is going fast. What episode was that? Do you remember?
That may have been number 1.
No, our number 1 was shoot. What was our number 1?
Then it was number 3.
Okay, it was not our number 1 was something else, but I don't think it was that one. So yeah, my number 3 is our hot takes episode.
Ooh,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got on my high horse about. I think that was the one where I was like, you don't have to date people or whatever.
Yeah, you both got some really good opinions in there.
And the lotion one, dude.
We learned we both hate lotion.
I've never met someone that hated lotion as much as I have. I'm glad I'm not the only one. That made me so happy.
Yeah, lotion sucks.
That was also one of the first ones. That was like
read
4
it and
or 5.
Lotion sucks.
Lotion does suck. You want to move your computer a little to your left so that doesn't block the lapel mic. Thank you. All right.
Lotion
Are
sucks.
you giving me sass?
What? Me?
With your computer?
Me? Sassy?
Shut up.
Never.
All right, number 3, Sheener.
My number 3 is going to be the kitchen appliances one. That was another fun one where we talked about food and we got really off track. But I think sometimes when we get off track or when we have our most fun memories. Kitchen appliances. Yeah. There was a great segment.
That was the one you didn't have a crock pot on because you forgot.
I failed.
That was a
I failed to forgot what crock pots were for a minute. That may have been just one of those weeks, Sometimes you just forget what crock pots are.
You had a pressure cooker, but you didn't have a crock pot.
Hey, that a pressure cooker is just like a big fancy crock pot.
Yeah, it's like the microwave version of a crock pot.
Exactly. Whoa, I'd never thought of that before. Never put that into words. It's the super fast microwave version of a crock pot.
Pretty much.
Your number 2.
My number 2 is actually the music one, the 2020 Fab album.
That was a good one.
We did. That was just a good one because I love sharing music and stuff. Like I said, if you haven't already, go listen to Camp Lukewarm by Montel Fish, a.k.a. Lord's Child. It's been a while since I've listened to it. Go check that out. That was my number 1. Shada, where's your number 1? I forget. What? Your number 1 for the music thing. I don't even remember.
Good question. It has been a while. My music changes.
All right.
Currently, it's a song by The Who called, is it Baba O'Reilly, I think is how it's pronounced?
I have no idea.
Really good song. I'll play it for you sometime.
So, wait, you mean like this year?
No, currently like right now.
Ooh.
The number 1 song I'm listening to.
Let's see, my number 1. So there's an album that I found of this alternative band called, what are they? Crying.
Crying?
They're called Crying.
Well, that's a sad name.
And they're called...
Are they always crying? Is that what sets their music apart? It's them weeping through songs? They do popular covers?
No.
Like Take On Me by A-ha, but they're just like bawling their eyes out.
Are you done? Can I continue?
Take me home!
There's a niche right there.
Crying music.
Free ideas, people.
Except you can't apparently use the name Crying because some idiots already took it who didn't know what they were doing.
Shut up.
Thanks a lot.
Anyways, the album is called, it's Into the Fair Meadows? It's into the something and it has to do with nature. It's a really cool like alternative punk album. It was actually dropped in like 2014.
Wow.
And I just happened to find it. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
To listen to that.
You should go listen to it. Yeah, crap. Is it Into the Fair? I don't remember. It's into something. It's like blue in nature and so. Anyways, yeah, good one. Your number 2, Shane.
My number 2 is going to be the hot takes episode.
Ooh,
I just love doing that because it gave me an opportunity to say things that I don't want to argue with people about online. Specifically, the what you think is bad is not objectively bad; it's subjectively bad. But I won't.
That was the movie one, right?
Yeah. Specifically, that was my main example. Was when the Snyderverse was really popular. You know, the Snyder cut. I haven't
seen that yet.
It's okay.
Okay.
So my problem is just, when people do that and they're like, this last movie was garbage. Everyone should hate it. And I'm like, no, you hate it. And if other people hate it, that's fine too. I'm not saying you can't hate things. I'm just saying don't act like your opinion is the final opinion, And I don't want to argue with people online because I know, they'll just become people you don't want them to. So, but it gave me an opportunity to voice that, which... Yeah, so I enjoyed that. And there were some other good hot takes. Now, like lotion, again. I mean, come on, we had to bond over lotion. Once again, like you said, I've never met anyone who hates lotion as much as I do.
That made my day.
Yeah,
that made my day.
That's my number 2.
All right, my number 1 is the what I shouldn't spend my stimmy on.
Really?
I think so. It was between that. I think hot takes actually should be number 2 now that I think about it. But I think I really enjoyed doing the stimmy one because there were a lot of different ones that I could have put on there, but I decided for those. Right. I don't even remember what I put on that list, but it was fun. I remember.
I only remember one of them being like buying the giant concrete red ball outside Target. I stole that from a meme, but it was still funny.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick that in my yard.
Oh, one of them was drugged. I remember because we had an argument about like.
Oh yeah, it was drugs.
My drug of choice was heroin. That's right.
Thank you, Waynesburg University values, everyone. Teach you what your favorite drug is. What?
Oh, okay. Tell them your number 1. Shut up.
My number 1 is heroin. Oh, you meant favorite lit. You had number 1 lit. I'm kidding. I obviously knew what you meant. My number 1 is going to be the memories one we did last week because it was just super fun to go back and relive those memories and just talk about things we haven't talked about in a long time because I forgot about the birthday party on Permanent's around, but that was such a fun time.
That was a good time.
So just remembering those and talking about them and bringing up memories we may have forgotten, it was pretty great because I think we've had a fun time here.
I have had a good time here. I wish I wasn't so busy like junior, sophomore year.
That's what you get for being a comm major.
I know.
You people pick complicated jobs and then you get all
No. It's not that they're complicated. It's just that I don't want to get into this now. Forget it. I'm not getting into this now. Yeah. These are top fives. Man, Shaner. We've had some good lists over the years.
We have.
I think I think the hot takes one was the most entertaining one to listen to, I think.
One. Yeah.
I think the objectively best one was the Stimmy one. Well, yeah, the Stimmy.
They were all pretty good.
They're all pretty good. Tell us what your favorite top 5s were. We'd like to know.
I thought you were talking to me and like, dude, I literally just told you. Do you need me to repeat them? You meant the listeners.
You forgot we're on a show. We're just talking. That's how in tune we are with each other. It's just like we're talking with each other.
This is what our conversations sound like every time, except this time we're talking to like a third party.
You know what's crazy? Like when freshman year, I did like newscasts for the radio. Like my freshman year, I was so nervous doing like the radio.
Now you're a pro.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit different because like I'm a bit more comfortable because I'm with you now. We've done this so many times. So, but when it was just like me with my typed up sheet. And it's like I have to read it word for word mostly. If I mess up a name, and it's like
it's
a lot more calm and laid back.
You'd be like, my name's Eddie Shaner. I mean, boys, what?
No, Eddie Shaner.
I was trying to think of a good other name to use, but I couldn't find one.
Okay, so can I deviate us from the path again?
Sure.
Before we move on.
This is kind of a wacky show. Folks.
This is a wacky show. We're gonna let her write because reasons. So I just got a message from my friend on Discord. Shout out to Forrest.
Oh, I think I've heard of Forrest before.
Oh, he's my man. I love Forrest. So he just sent me a message. So he said also in this message. So I'm assuming he sent me one first. I don't know, but the message was also, "This is a good pickup line. Do you want to be part of my Minecraft server?" And I don't know how that message ended. So how do you think that ended?
Okay.
I don't know where he's going with it.
Do you want to be part of my Minecraft server? Ooh. This is a good deviation, man. We're gonna teach the kids all that.
I'm just curious how you think that's gonna end, because I have no idea how that's gonna end. I don't know if that is that might be the end of it, but I'm pretty sure there's more to it. There has to be more to it.
Because I want to craft a relationship with you.
That was actually good, dude. You're natural. You should use that on Cass.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I need. Pickup lines.
Okay, anyways, sorry.
Thanks, Forrest.
Yeah, thanks for sending me that message.
You'll have to tell us how it actually ended, unless it's not appropriate to read.
You know what the thing is, like, with my Discord messages, for whatever reason, the notifications come a lot later from when the message is sent. So he could have sent me that, like, an hour ago, and I'm just getting it now. Anyways.
I am curious to see how that ended, though.
I'll tell you after this. Actually, hold on. I can open Discord right now.
Just make sure, it's safe to read on the air.
No. This is we're good. We're good. I mean, don't worry. I'm just not gonna blurt it out. Come on, Shaner.
I
made a mistake. Oh, never mind.
It has happened.
Stop it.
It was fun though. At least the last time it happened.
Oh no, that
fun.
is how it. Oh.
Wait, was I right?
No, there was no ending. It's just, do you want to join my Minecraft server? Forrest, that's not a pickup line, my man. You missed like the last half of it.
No, I see where he's going with it. Like, hey, girl, you want to join my Minecraft server?
Oh, no, sorry. Here's the correct wording. Also, is a good pickup line, do you want to join my Minecraft server? That's the correct wording of that sentence.
Okay, so is he asking you to join his Minecraft server, or is he saying that's a pickup line? Is he like, that's a good pickup line? That's a pickup line. Comma, do you want to join my Minecraft server, Eddie?
No, it's a pickup line.
Okay.
That's a pickup line.
I can see where he's going with that. Maybe I'll use that.
Listen, I'm going to tell him this afterward, because he doesn't listen to the show, but...
Wow, Forrest, get on here.
Well, that's my own fault. I haven't told him about it.
Wow.
I know, I'm awful, friend.
You are ashamed of me. That's a good one.
I'm going to share that with him next time
You're ashamed of me.
Actually, I'm gonna text him that right now. So
be like, get on your radio, pull out your boombox.
Add
99.5.
What did you say? Do you want to join my Minecraft server?
Because I want to craft a relationship with you. I am a love guru.
Oh boy, I don't want to give him that. Relationship with you. Okay. I'm gonna send that to him. We'll see if he gets a response. I get a response back. Anyways, Steward of the Week. Jefferson Zarella.
That wasn't where I thought that was going.
Jefferson Zarella. First of all, why do I have a first name like Jefferson? That's usually like a last name. So
no, that's the second person I know named Jefferson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know Jeb Brady?
His first name's Jefferson?
His first name's not Jeb, it's Jefferson. And
why is he called Jeb? There's no
Well,
B.
I didn't know this. I thought it was just some weird shortened version of, Jefferson.
Jebediah.
For the longest time.
I thought it was Jebediah. I just assumed it was
I didn't even know his name was Jefferson until I was hearing someone call attendance and they said
Wow.
Jefferson Brady. And like, who the heck is Jefferson Brady? No, what it is, I found out after like 2 years of knowing his name was Jefferson, that Jeb is his first three initials. So Jefferson something Brady, J-E-B. I don't know what his middle name is. Doesn't matter. But his middle name starts with an E. So it's J-E-B or Jeb. So fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why he's called Jeb.
I got a response back. So he goes, ...
Mm-hmm.
It's like, too much thought, bro. I'm trying to be hard to get, obviously.
Oh, well.
And I told him you're wasting the potential. So, all right, we'll end that stream of thought right there.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Forrest, for throwing us off with your simple pickup line. Right. Do better.
Do we want to go into history of, or do we want to go into
how long
future
do you think?
Plans?
Well, how long do you think it's going to take to do that in our last segment? I've got a very short history.
All right, why don't you do your history, and then we'll save the future last. So, I'm going to talk about the future of the show.
Yeah.
Because I may or may not have forgotten to do an app this week. So instead, we're going to talk about that, which we were going to do anyways, but now we can spend more time in it. So why don't you do history of, and then we'll dive into it before the B movies.
It's a very short history of, but I thought, wouldn't it be appropriate to do the history of the very first radio broadcast?
Wow.
Because we're on the radio.
That's very...
Now, obviously, I tried to... it was more like the first radio I don't say radio broadcast because technically like walkie-talkies are radio broadcast, and you'd probably end up somewhere around like the first few modern day wars.
Let me guess because this is like an understanding media thing that we learned in our first class. Yeah. So I should know this if this is what we're both talking.
What's his first name?
KDKA. That's the radio station.
No.
Okay, sorry, correction. Sorry, I got that wrong. KDKA is the first public radio station in America.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I know you're right. I was mixing it up. Okay. I forgot.
What was the first broadcasted radio signal?
Oh, like ever? So like
besides like walkie-talkies, like the first time it was used for something other than communication.
But radio is communication.
Let me phrase that. The first time, like, hey, if I called you on a walkie-talkie and went, "Hey, Eddie," and you went,
so you mean like specifically use of like
specifically broadcast to someone without expecting it, not two-way communication.
Okay. Excuse me.
I just looked this up. There's actually a lot of weird stories.
Yeah, there's a lot. Through. Oh shoot. I really should know this. It's been way too long before it.
At least guess where he was from.
Well, I'm trying to guess the person in the. I don't know the person. I don't know.
Just take a wild swing at what country he comes from.
Abraham Lincoln. No, I'm joking. That's a joke.
That's not a country.
No. Oh.
I live in Abraham Lincoln.
It's some foreign dude. I know that. Okay. I'm gonna guess some dude in England. Is it Tesla?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It was Canadian Reginald Aubrey Fessenden. Wow.
That name sounds familiar.
Who is recognized as the father of radio, as the first to actually transmit the sound of human voice through wires. Now, the first radio broadcast ever in the world's history was made by Mr. Reginald Fessenden, on Christmas Eve, 1906, when he beamed, they say beamed, it sounds like Star Trek, beamed a Christmas concert to the astonished crews of the ships of the United Fruit Company out in the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. Beamed out from the 400-foot towers of the transmitting shack at Brant Rock, Massachusetts on the Atlantic coast, this program commenced exactly at 9 o'clock.
Dang, that's a lot.
With CQ, what? Meaning general call to all stations within range.
Yeah.
Sent out with dots and dashes. Then over the microphone, Reginald himself gave a brief speech as the program to follow. This was immediately followed by one of the operators switching to an Edison phonograph with a solo voice singing Handel's Largo Christmas music. So,
sorry, I got distracted.
So you can imagine these guys are out in their boats, sailing around or, motoring around. And all of a sudden, you're getting like, this guy's talking on your radio, which would have been nothing new. Right. You would have got radio communications in the past, probably. But then all of a sudden, music starts playing. You can just listen to music without having a radio, or without having your own radio player. And then concluding the program, Fessenden wished his listeners a Merry Christmas. He probably, his fellow hosts probably were like, "How do you want to end this show?" And he goes, "Merry Christmas." Get it?
Or we just said Merry Christmas and ended it.
It was a reference to how you always say, "How do you want to end this show?" Boo! Way to ruin the joke.
Sorry, I ruined it. My bad.
Boo! So there you go. Very short, sweet, to the point. The very first radio show, if you will, was a Christmas concert in 1906, and it wasn't that complicated. They literally took a radio, stuck it next to a speaker, and played Christmas music to people sailing in the fruit company. I'm not sure if that's like company in the army or like an actual fruit company. Beats me.
Huh.
So there you go.
The more you know.
The last history of it felt right to round it about to radio shows.
That's a good one. I didn't know that. They didn't teach us that.
Wow. What are you doing in your
department? They focus more on like radio in general, like public radio. It's not so much like shows. And
public radio.
I know. How dare they? All right. Do you want to do movies or do you want to talk about the show first?
Let's do movies and then we'll round it out.
All right, fair enough. As you can tell, we were really prepared for this.
Last week was the last official episode. This episode's kind of like a epilogue, if you will.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Kind of like a wrapping up.
Return to season 1's crazy values.
So we didn't review a movie. We're not going to review a movie. Let me start over. We're not reviewing a movie.
We did something much worse than reviewing a movie this week.
Worse?
Worse is in more complicated, I felt.
Interesting. Okay. So we decided we were taking our list of total B movies that we watched this semester and taking our list from previous season 1, and we're going to combine them.
Smash them together like a B-movie sandwich.
Exactly.
And that was, 22 movies?
We have 20... Hold on, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hate you. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 21 movies.
21 movies.
Total. We've done... 12? No. We did 12 this semester and 11 last semester. So... That's a lot of movies.
That is a lot.
It doesn't make any sense because 11 plus 12 is 20. I don't even know. We did some movies last semester.
But here's the thing: is that some of these movies people didn't get to hear the reviews for.
That is very true.
So if you hear us reference a movie and you're like, "What are you talking about?"
Let's quickly go over the movie, just basic plot, and then our thoughts on it.
So here's how we can do this: we can either go your list straight down, my list straight down, or do it in the reminiscent way of top 5 and do your bottom of the list, my bottom of the list, then go up and up and up and up, and then read it back through, if that makes sense.
Let's do this. Let's quickly go over each movie, just really quickly, and then we'll go back and go through the list.
Do you have the order in which we reviewed them by chance? Because otherwise, they're just going to get our ranking.
It's fine. I'm gonna choose them randomly. Based on my list. Okay. I got this. So, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna start with Tar. Okay.
Oh yeah, Tar.
Wait, is it called? Yeah, just Tar.
Yeah,
right?
just Tar.
Sorry, some of mine are abbreviated, so might not have.
Yeah, I got the full name.
So Tar, I thought it was a decent B movie. It was I said, had good production, good video quality. The acting could have been better. The ending kind of sucked.
Yeah, and the story was. It was there. Yeah. It was a story.
But it had the potential to be a really good movie. I thought especially the first 15 minutes had really good potential, but it kind of petered off as the movie went on.
It boasted good music and good special effects, I'd say, especially injury makeup and the monster makeup.
Which is funny because people in the movies you said didn't like the music at all.
That was about the only thing it boasted.
I thought it was good music. So in the Machi Manitou, I thought it was a really good
movie. So basic plot, tar monster called the Machi Manitou, lives in the tar pits in LA. Comes back to life, terrorizes a bunch of people trying to move their offices. That's the plot.
Yeah, pretty much. It sounds a lot... Like I said, the first 15 minutes, it sounds a lot better than...
Yeah.
It is a lot better than it sounds, but then afterwards it kind of turns
into a lay down a concept, and then it just doesn't deliver on that concept. A lot of stupidity in this movie. Mm-hmm. That's about all there is to say. And a lot of these movies we're going to abbreviate, so they're not going to sound as good as they actually are.
Yeah. Like I said, if you want to,
just take our word for it.
Yeah, you can go back and listen. Except for the season 1 ones, like I said.
Yeah, there's some gaps.
There's some gaps there.
That's when we were
next one.
Naive.
Road Wars.
Road Wars. Okay, what to say about Road Wars?
We have differing opinions about this one because you really like this one. I was just kind of like,
yeah. Okay, see, it's your basic apocalypse movie, and the reason I always put it so high up.
Basic.
Well, the reason I always put it so high up is because they at least had the uniqueness. Every time there's an apocalypse movie like this, Water Wars, the movie with Gerard Butler, I think it was, Mad Max, anything like that. There's always this opportunity to build unique. A unique atmosphere, like a unique world. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own distinct thing. Like if you look at let's go as the Fallout worlds, the Fallout games.
Right.
Like you play Fallout right now. So at one point there's a base you discover on an aircraft carrier. Mm-hmm. That's a whole unique
Rivet
thing.
City.
Yeah, Rivet City. So things like that where it's not just like, we built a building out of bricks and some wood we found. Like they built it on an aircraft carrier. That's a neat thing.
Okay, yes, but that's Fallout. Road Wars isn't like that. They literally took...
I'm saying they had a little bit of that. They didn't do it like Mad Max.
True, that's very true.
Mad Max is an example of what Road Wars could have been. It's like Great Value. If you don't know what Great Value is, like Walmart's discount brand. Yeah. It's like generic Mad Max. So they had everyone looked different. How about that? As opposed to
that is very true. Everyone had their own unique.
Everyone was distinct. Every vehicle was distinct. Everything felt like we're in an apocalypse. Everything's unique true. Based on the character.
You could tell that the directors really took care in details and costume and setting. Yeah. They did good on that one.
As far as storyline, plot, and acting,
it's okay. So basically, the plot, if you could even call it that,
it's
very basic. It's
there's some special guy.
So there's a guy that they find who lost his memory, but he's special for one reason or another. It's kind of spoilery. And the whole movie's trying them surviving.
Wait, were there zombies in this movie?
Yeah,
I think.
No, there were.
See how good
they're
this
called.
was?
They're called walkers. They're called.
Wow, how original.
So they're like zombies? ? Yeah, because they can come out in the day. So
Zombies can come out during the day too, you know.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Thinking of vampires.
I don't even know. Like I said, the plot isn't very good. You more watch this for the aesthetic and like the pictures.
Or just don't watch it at all.
Or don't watch it at all. That's very true. All right.
Next,
Thumb Wars.
Okay,
We're going to season 1.
this was an aberration in the B movie ranking.
This was a good one to watch for this.
It's literally the plot of Star Wars 4. You don't even need to list a plot because it's the plot of Star Wars 4.
Yeah.
Very abbreviated and done entirely with thumbs as the people.
Yeah, it's a satire. It makes fun of the movie. It kind of goes off on tangents sometimes. It's just a goofy thing to watch.
It's very goofy, very childlike at times, but I will give them creativity for making everything out of thumbs. Who thought of that?
That's true. Well, not everything, but like all the people.
Yeah. Well, even some of the spaceships are like hands and thumbs.
Oh, that's true.
Stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
So it was creative.
Kind of. It was kind of weird.
Well, that's what makes it you know, and there was some good not ironic humor, but like breaking the fourth wall humor that made it. I like breaking the fourth wall humor.
Yeah, I do too.
So I think it was decent, and it was a childhood memory for me, so I brought it up.
Yeah, that's a good one to bring up. All right, Guns of the Apocalypse.
Okay,
this one was interesting.
It was overall, compared to everything else, production-wise, not good, but I think it's become very distinct.
It's very distinct now because it's been a while since we didn't rewatch any of these. Yeah, we watch them once and move on. However, the thing about Guns of the Apocalypse is it had potential. It had a really cool world that they could have built, but they didn't. And just some unique characters. So like, there's
most
Superman.
Of it stuck with me. Like,
yeah. So like, you remember the gunman, you remember Hope and Faith,
the governor,
the Reverend was one of the best bosses I think we've seen as a villain. It's just they kind of wasted potential, and the acting was bad. Yeah, and it was kind of. It looked like it was shot on somebody's
iPhone in their backyard.
Yeah, so a lot of potential, really cool things. They just it kind of fell flat. So really interesting thing. One of the most interesting movies on our list.
Yeah.
Because it's technically bad. I wouldn't recommend you go watch this, but it's still cool because it sticks out in your mind.
Right.
Shocktopus versus Werewolf.
Okay, I think we had slightly differing opinions on this movie.
We did. I think it was better than you think. It's not a great movie, but I think if you want to watch something with your friends late at night, this is a good choice. I would not
even recommend watching it with your friends late at night. I would not recommend watching it ever.
I didn't think the acting was that bad. The acting's basically... we never went over the story for Guns of the Apocalypse. It's fine. We went over Guns of the Apocalypse.
There's a guy shooting people.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic war. That's all you need to know.
Post-apocalyptic with cowboys.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
So Shocktopus versus Werewolf, basically, you got like this... It's literally a Shocktopus, and someone creates a werewolf, and they go head-to-head, and there's just like this plot of...
It's two mutants fighting, and there's a subplot with a grumpy old sailor.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
That's a good way of putting it. It was comedic in times. It had the elements of like being stupidly funny at times, but it wasn't anywhere near the level of like Velocipaster.
Nowhere near those levels.
Nowhere near level, but it had
Comparing
some of
those two is just wrong.
I'm just saying it had some of those elements, and it kind of...
Its visual effects weren't bad. That's what I'll give it.
That's
and it had one or two funny moments.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws was the first aberration in these movies because I tried not to watch shark movies with these. Yeah. Because they're their own separate thing. But it was around Christmas time, and I couldn't find another movie at that point. So I was like, fine, we're going to watch a Christmas shark movie.
It was one of the last ones we reviewed, too.
Yeah.
Just like Sharktopus.
Season 1, yeah.
So basic plot, you got this kid that has a magical pen that can he finds the magical pen. Sorry, his grandfather gives it to him. And so he finds out, I can draw things. And he was already making a comic of Santa Jaws, and he accidentally creates it IRL. And,
the pen brings things to life.
Yeah, and so the whole movie's them dealing with it.
And it was pretty. It was...
no.
It fell into the category of decent enough special effects and camera work, but no story.
I would say the special effects in Sharktopus versus Werewolf was more impressive than Santa
they were.
Jaws.
Totally. But just like it falls into that, I feel like they all have a certain look to them.
Super cheesy.
Oh yeah.
Super cheesy movie. I would not recommend seeing it.
Yeah, no. It had some creative moments with like them making weapons out of Christmas stuff that was okay.
Yeah.
But overall, it was not an enjoyable watch. I felt like it drug.
It dragged a lot. It drugged a lot.
It drugged us. You had to be drugged to watch it.
Transmorphers. Rip-off of Matrix /
Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers. What's the one? Terminator. Basically, robots have taken over alien robots have taken over the world.
Yeah, people live underground.
And they live underground, and they're trying to get rid of them all.
Yeah, that's it. That's your
pretty
story.
much it. It's not very good.
No,
it's very boring.
The acting sucks. Everyone looks like the same character.
Yeah, the only grace would be like the story was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it had potential. A lot of these movies had potential.
They just kind of fell flat.
If you weren't filming it with your buddies you met in college.
Helen Keller versus Nightwolves.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This one would have been near the top if it wasn't for the crude nature, the profanity, the innuendos. It's just, oh gosh.
All you need to know about the plot is the title. Helen Keller
versus
the Helen Keller. Like, not someone named Helen. Helen Keller.
The Helen Keller.
Versus Nightwolves.
It's
basically
all
big
you need
wolves. To know. It had funny characters.
John Ikea.
Jonathan Ikea, played by an actual actor. Not actual actor, because they're all actors. A notable actor.
Notable B-movie
Barry
actor.
Bostwick. The best character was Helen's brother, and he's the only reason I would watch that movie again.
Yeah,
William is the only reason
I can't recommend it. I just...
Okay, Helen Keller wasn't bad either. It was a funny movie.
No. Oh, it was...
It was funny,
and
but
very hilarious parts.
There's so much to sift through that it's not worth it.
It starts out with like pornographic images. We'll just throw that out.
Yeah, it was not great. They're not as bad as Eddie's describing, but they were bad.
It was bad. Okay, Zombies. Bad movie. Some zombies.
Zombie animals.
Zombie animals. Some people accidentally infect them, and people in the zoo try to survive.
Stupid characters, stupid acting.
It had one amazing moment.
Oh yeah,
but that was pretty much it. You watch the movie for that one moment, but even then, I wouldn't watch this movie.
Yeah, the ending is stupid, very stupid. I hated it with with the aviary. I won't say more.
Oh
than that.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That made no sense.
The characters were very stereotyped.
Yep.
Yeah, not much more to say about it.
The visual effects weren't bad, but they weren't good either. They kind of fell in that hole of
they weren't good. Yeah. Inhuman Witch.
This one was kind of like Guns of the Apocalypse.
It had potential.
It had good comedy. I liked the comedy in this one. Maybe I'm just a little dumb.
Funny. No, you're right. The comedy was better, but it was just bad. The acting was horrible. Visual effects horrible. And then again, this was set to be based on like I guess a really old like horror movie
it's probably
Godzilla or like the Blob. Or
yeah,
what's
it
that
had that
turtle
vibe.
Thing? I forget what it's called, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like 50s monsters, not 50s, but like
40, I don't even know when.
Yeah, I know.
Black and white monster movies. We'll just go.
Yeah, classic monster movies. And with that, I think it kind of succeeded at having that vibe, but once again,
it did.
It looked like it was done with a bunch of college friends on an iPhone.
Yeah, this is one of the movies I wish I want to go back and rewatch because I feel like it could be better if I looked at it better because it kind of again has elements of like it's a satire, but it's funny because it's so stupid.
Yeah,
but it's not. Like some of the funny ones are like really cheesy or they're kind of dumb jokes. I think that's where it falls flat. I wish I could go back and look at it in a different light than I did when I first watched it. But yeah, Attack of the Killer Donuts. Ooh,
this one is infamous on this show.
It was the bottom of the charts last year.
It broke the bottom of the charts.
Yeah. It's a bad movie. Don't go watch it. Basically, donuts get infected with this weird serum, and they have to defeat the donuts.
They kill people. The donuts kill people.
It's awful. It's as bad as it sounds.
Had one saving grace, and that was C. Thomas Howell, who is an actual notable actor in this. I don't even know how.
His character wasn't notable. I didn't like his character at all.
I don't know how they got him in there at all in any way, but he was there.
Don't watch this.
And I mean, let's give a little credit because we give credit to everything else. The donuts weren't. They weren't horrible. Thing. They could have been so much worse. They had some puppetry or something with them. I think some of the donuts were puppetry.
A few of them were.
Yeah. Okay. So
we got to get going first because it's already 3:40. We got to get going. So Airplanes versus Volcanoes. Bad movie. Worst terrible. On this year. It was bad. Just nothing notable. It wasn't even like funny.
It once again decent effects, no story or characters.
The effects weren't even that great. Like they
compared to everything else.
That is very true. But like. There's nothing redeemable.
Like not good, but good in relation.
Fair enough.
A lot of movies fall into this problem.
Velocipaster.
Classic
B movie.
That's it. This is the ultimate B movie. It's like
arguably
a priest haunted by the death of his parents, finds a dinosaur claw, gets scratched by it, can turn into a velociraptor. And
it sounds horrible and stupid, but it's so
and then he fights
funny
super ninjas peddling cocaine to the world to get them to turn to the faith. It's amazing.
Amazing. Go watch this movie.
Go watch it. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Cannot recommend Velocipaster.
Spaghetti Man.
This was another classic, I feel like.
Yeah, I like it a lot better than you do.
Yeah, I just thought it was okay, but it's still a classic.
It's another movie that sounds really stupid, but it's also really funny because it's so stupid. And it's also a really good story on top of it, I feel. Yeah. So basically, there's this guy that is an anti-hero, kind of like Deadpool, and he accidentally gets Spaghetti powers. Think like Spider-Man, except with spaghetti. Not as cool. And there's this whole dynamic of like him getting into this role, what he does with his powers. It's a cool story. I would definitely go recommend seeing this movie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter. This is the very first movie that we reviewed, and it's possibly the best movie that we reviewed.
I would mirror it with being equal with Velocipaster. Maybe a little above.
You could argue that. It's the same idea with Velocipaster. It's so stupid, it's great.
Lesbian vampires, Jesus stops them. There's a Mexican wrestler in there.
De Santos.
El Santo. He's great. The priests have mohawks and wear like chains and stuff.
It's fantastic.
There's a musical number at one point. God speaks through a bowl of cherries.
I did spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
You don't. Okay, great movie. Definitely go watch that one. Again, comparable with Velocipaster.
I love that movie so much.
The Selling.
See, I didn't finish this one, but it was pretty good.
Oh, that's
the humor.
True. Great story, good humor.
Yeah.
The acting was great.
Yeah.
Just all around solid movie.
It was, yeah.
It's a good horror movie with a good plot. It's like a light horror movie. It's not even that much of a horror movie. Definitely go watch it.
Horror
solid
comedy.
Movie all around.
Yeah.
Dolls,
I think, falls into the category for me.
I think it's better than you think. I think it's kind of like The Selling, where it's more of a horror movie than The Selling, but it had a good plot. I feel anyway. Yeah. I know we disagree about whether it was a good plot or not.
I think it was an okay plot. Like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't anything great.
It was a good enough plot where I wish the movie would have just been about that.
Yeah.
And not about the dolls.
Really? I thought you were going a completely different direction.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. So I thought the plot was good enough that it could have been its own movie, but at the same time, the dolls were a great horror aspect.
I think they used the dolls effectively.
Yes.
Without having them like move. Like, there was no puppetry or anything, but they made them even creepier almost.
Yeah, it was creepy that they didn't move. It's kind of like a FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's type thing, where they're creepy because they don't move, because they're inanimate objects. Yeah. I would recommend this.
It had a good ending, too.
Yeah. Dave Made a Maze. This is a classic one.
Love Dave Made a Maze. It was so... The plot's the plot's okay, but you don't watch it for the plot.
Yeah, so basically this guy named Dave, he wants to make something, so he makes like this maze, but it has like a Doctor Who thing where it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
And
so Dave gets stuck in this maze, and so his friends have to go in and rescue him and get him out, but the maze is dangerous, and so there's a lot of things in there.
And it's just creative. There's so many fun ways they filmed it.
Fantastic.
Each shot is different. Each room is cool and unique. And
the amount of detail and work that went into making this maze, because it's all cardboard.
Right.
It makes it all cardboard. It's fantastic. The best setting and props out of any of these movies by far.
So creative.
The only thing is like the ending kind of sucks. Like halfway through the movie, it starts to peter off, and then it's just kind of like.
This is one thing we disagreed on. I kind of like the acting in this movie.
I thought the acting was good.
Oh, I thought maybe I'm thinking of the jokes.
Either way, acting was
Dave kind of was
disappointing.
Okay.
The jokes were I thought some of the jokes hit hard and were good. Some of the jokes were
But they had some decent actors in it, and overall, great movie, classic.
Oh yeah, Orcs.
See, I think you liked Orcs more than I did.
I do like Orcs. It was a really good satirical movie.
It was a good movie. The more I go back and think about it, compared to everything else, it was...
It's kind of like the Moose of this season, which we'll get into Moose later, but it had... So basically, like, it's like a combination of, like... I don't even know how to compare. So it's basically... Okay, let me start over. So
it's a LARP
event. Shut up. Park rangers get a notification that orcs are attacking their national park, and they have to defend it, I guess, and get it away in time. But the orcs are like they're a ripoff from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, but they look great.
They do look good. Not as good as the Lord of the Rings ones, but they still look good
for a B movie.
And they ripped them straight from Lord of the Rings. You can tell, and they satire the heck out of it, and it's great. It's not bad satire. It's really good satire.
Good characters, good humor, good special effects.
I would definitely watch it. This is a funny one. The acting was kind of, and some of the jokes.
It's B movie acting. It's B movie acting.
B movie acting.
Don't expect too much, but also go in with low expectations so you get higher reward.
And the more impaired you are, the funnier it gets. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyways, Moose.
Moose is the orcs of the first season, like you said. And
yeah.
I like Moose better.
Fair enough. I can understand that. I think the plot in Moose... the plot in Moose is better, I feel.
Giant moose monster terrorizes a national park.
They're on Alaska.
In Alaska, yeah. And these two... Were they rangers?
Yeah. And there were rangers / police officers because the town was so small.
This was a mirror from Orcs, I feel like. Because in Orcs, it was like the old wise one who was kind of like, I don't care, and I'm... and the other guy was like bumbling and silly, like in Orcs, so Hoopy or whatever his name was. But if you look at Moose, it's the opposite, where the older guy that's been there for a while is very like, oh, this is so much fun. Oh, yeah, we're just doing whatever we want. And the new guy is kind of like, wise and... Well, not wise, but he was at least smarter than the rest of them. And more serious.
Okay. Last one. Killer Sofa.
Killer Sofa.
This was... it's like a worse dolls. So, like... there's a lot.
There's too much going on. It could have just...
It was a very fast...
I can't say more without spoilers.
Fast-paced plot.
But, I mean, there's so many plots that didn't need to be there.
That is very true. There were some unnecessary ones.
Yeah. But overall, it had funny effects. The sofa was okay.
It's not even a sofa. It's like an armchair.
Yeah. Deceiving name.
Okay. So, the basic plot, this girl... Well, I can't even say anything because it'll spoil it. Basically, just watch it.
There's chair
a killer sofa
hunts a girl.
That's obviously haunted. That haunts this girl for some reason that you'll find out later.
Tries to murder her.
Good ending. There's some hit or miss things. Yeah. The plot was okay. The acting's really good. And I liked how the characters look like normal people. They're not like pretty actors.
Right.
Like everyone looked normal.
Right.
This isn't filmed in, I believe, New Zealand. So it
kind of
has like a different...
Out, but we couldn't quite find it out. But...
I think it's New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like new setting. There's some just weird stuff in this movie that kind of puts it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah.
That's it. That's all our movies.
All the movies. So Shaner, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So we're just going straight up through it because I'm going from worst to best.
I'm going to start from worst to best.
Yeah, I'm going to do worst to best.
So go ahead.
So starting at worst. Of course, it's going to be, for me, Sharktopus versus Werewolf.
Wow.
I hated it.
Okay.
Planes versus Volcano, obviously, because it was terrible.
Okay. Yeah.
Then Attack of the Killer Donuts, which, yes, I put it over those two, because I feel like that one was just slightly more entertaining, because it was so bad. Transmorphers, Santa Jaws, Tar, Zombies.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Inhuman Witch, Dolls, Spaghetti Man, Thumb Wars, Road Wars, Guns of the Apocalypse, The Selling, Killer Sofa, Orcs, Moose, Helen Keller versus Nightwolves, Dave Made a Maze, Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, and Velocipaster sitting as the king on top.
Fair enough. That's fair.
That's my ranking.
All right. We'll go back over these because this is a lot.
Yeah.
I have to change some things up because I've actually changed my mind about anything. So on the bottom is Airplane versus Volcano.
I didn't see that. I mean, I saw that coming.
Yeah. Attack the Killer Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies.
Ooh.
Inhuman Witch. Originally, I had those two swapped, but I think Inhuman Witch is actually better just because of how funnier it is. Helen Keller versus Nightwolves.
Really?
Like, it's so funny, but I can't recommend it to people.
That's true.
If you took all the bad stuff out, it would be like top of the top. But because of that, I just can't recommend it. Anyways, so Helen Keller, Transmorphers, Santa Jaws, Sharktopus versus Werewolf, Guns of the Apocalypse. I almost put it over.
Whoa.
I almost put Guns of the Apocalypse below Sharktopus, but I think Guns of the Apocalypse, because it sticks out in my head so much, I put it above. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, back up. So, Santa Jaws. Oh, shoot. Santa Jaws, Sharktopus vs. Werewolf, Thumb Wars, Gunsy the Apocalypse, Road Wars, Tar, Killer Sofa, Moose, Orcs, Dave Made a Maze, Dolls, The Selling, Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, Spaghetti Man, Velocipaster.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know.
You put Spaghetti Man over Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter?
That's how I had it last time.
Wow.
It's just my thing with those two is Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. It's a bit sacrilegious.
Yeah, it is.
Like it hits a lot of spots, not enough to like throw me off, but it hurts in sometimes. And also, Spaghetti Man's just a better movie overall, just like quality wise, story plot wise. It's kind of like, is a good movie better than a satire or a spoof? That's kind of like what I had, and I think I chose the good movie over Jesus Christ. That's but I totally understand why I put Jesus Christ Vampire over top of it. So
that's fair.
I figured I would just change it up because I knew you'd put it above.
Of course.
But I think I enjoyed Spaghetti Man better than Jesus. Well, I can't
see which one could you quote more. Like if I asked you to quote Spaghetti
Jesus
Man,
Christ Vampire Hunter, hands down, just because it has more quotable lines, it's more outrageous. But Spaghetti Man is a more enjoyable experience overall. Where Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter was still like cheesy in some parts. So yeah. You want to go over your list one more time, and then I'll go over mine, and then we have to get going.
Oh yeah, we got 9 minutes. So I'll go from best to worst this time.
Okay, fair enough.
Velocipaster, Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, Dave Made a Maze, Helen Keller vs. Nightwolves, Moose, Orcs, Killer Sofa, The Selling, Guns of the Apocalypse, Road Wars, Thumb Wars, Spaghetti Man, Dolls, Inhuman Witch, Zombies, Tar, Santa Jaws, Transmorphers, Attack of the Killer Donuts, Plane vs. Volcano, Sharktopus vs. Werewolf. There are a lot of movies on this list.
There's a lot. I'm half glad, half... Nah, I'm glad our lists differ so much.
Yeah.
Because it gives us more different opinions, and so, like, yeah, I like have different opinions. So I'll go from top to bottom as well. So Velocipaster, Spaghetti Man, Jesus Christ, the Vampire Hunter, The Selling, which I can't believe you didn't think The Selling was better than it is. That blew me away.
It was good, but the others are just classics.
Fair enough. So The Selling, Dolls, Dave Made a Maze, Orcs, Moose, Killer Sofa, Tar, Road Wars, Thumb Wars, Guns of the Apocalypse, Sharktopus vs. Werewolf, Santa Jaws, Transmorphers, Helen Keller vs. Nightwolves, Zombies, Inhuman Witch, Attack of the Killer Donuts, and Airplane vs. Volcano. The B-Movies is probably my most favorite segment we've done.
It's been pretty great.
It's been pretty nice seeing these interesting movies.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so before we log off, we got a few more minutes. We're going to talk about the future of the show. Are we continuing it? We're going to let it go. Are we going to become stars? What's going to happen? We're going to keep going, folks.
There's a movie deal in the works with Steven Spielberg. It's going to be called Two Dudes on the Film. It's right now. It's a competition. Steven Spielberg's looking at it, but Michael Bay also expressed some interest.
See, I was thinking Good Mythical Morning would be a better fit. Movie. All right, fine, whatever. We got some plans in the works, folks. So we're not. I know we haven't talked about this too much, but we have things we want to do. So are we? So let me ask you this, Shaner: are we going to continue doing shows like this, like what we're doing right now?
I think we could do them like randomly, if that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Like not plan for not. I mean, we would plan for it, but it'd be like, hey, what are you doing this Friday? Oh, nothing. You want to come over and record a show?
Fair enough. I can see that.
Maybe they'd be more centralized around like when we did 3 people in a blanket fort talking about Star Wars, which we still have to finish.
We haven't forgotten that, by the way.
Yeah, we're still thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking we do like a lot shorter of a show because let's face it.
That's what I mean, like focus it around something.
Yeah, so like instead of segments, it's like a series.
Yeah.
We should continue the B-movie thing. I really enjoyed that.
There are no more B-movies
that are appropriate.
that are appropriate to watch and review.
Fair enough. I'll have to look for some. We'll mix it up.
Maybe let's do popular movie reviews.
Everyone does that though. That's so common.
But we have a unique voice.
And is unique it though? Opinions. We're only unique because we talk about very unique things. Hot take right there.
Wow. Eddie said people aren't unique. He believes we're all the same.
That's not what I meant. All right. Moving on. we're going to finish Three People in a Blanket Fort talking about Star Wars.
Obviously.
Okay? We had to stop it because we're doing this.
We still haven't watched the best one yet.
Revenge of the Sith?
Revenge of the Sith.
That's debatable.
No, it isn't.
It's debatable.
No, it isn't.
Whatever. We're going to finish that. I think we should change it up a bit. Oh, I had an idea about that I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, boy.
Instead of like, because we did like an hour show and I would like to do shorter things. So instead of like reviewing the entire movie, we just, each of us pick like 2 or 3 things to talk about.
Okay, that's actually a really good idea because some of the thing gets kind of stale.
Yeah, it kind of got stale. So we're going to change it up a bit, folks.
Also, let's not maybe be in the blanket fort.
Oh, come on!
It's fun. Don't get me wrong, but do you know how much we die in that thing?
Okay, you die. I'm fine.
Fine.
It's because you wear a trench coat, man. Don't wear the
not
trench
inside
coat.
the fort.
If you don't know, we're reviewing the Star Wars movies in chronological order.
And Eddie just doesn't happen to have a professional radio studio.
No,
in his
I don't.
house.
So what I do is I get my table, I get blankets, and I prop them up over the table, and we sit under them to kind of soundproof the area, which it works for the most part.
It temperature-wise.
Look, man, it works. Okay, beggars can't be choosers. Okay,
That's fair.
I'm a calm guy. I care about my audio. Anyway, so we're gonna do that. We have the B Movies radio series.
We need to come up with a better idea than B Movie Avengers.
That's like the code name.
We're gonna get
like
sued.
Code name B Movie Avengers.
Bring it on, Marvel.
We'll do a name eventually.
Sue us. We'll settle. We'll sue you back.
The B Movie Bombers. I don't know.
The sucky group.
Really?
Heroes with no purpose.
Heroes with.
That's not a bad one, actually.
I'm gonna look up Avenger and my thesaurus.
Heroes doing stuff.
Thesaurus.com sucks. Okay, fine. Whatever. Anyways, we're gonna do this, man.
Mutual heroes gathered around a mutual cause.
I'm not letting you name this show. Yeah, we have most of the story done. I've kind of started the script, not really. I've gotten some of the specifics down. I just need to actually sit down and write a script.
And then we need some actors.
So if you weren't on last week, if you want to be a part of us, you can. The only limitation is that you have to be able to get to my place in Waynesburg.
Give out your address on the air.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's not safe.
I'm not stupid.
Eddie lives at.
Yeah, so that's the only limitation. Unless you have a really good mic and you can like send me audio. But I have a really good mic, so that's.
And if your name is Mike, it doesn't count.
It does not count. I'm sure you're a good mic, but you're not as good as mine.
You can't just be a good mic. You have to have a good mic.
Oh boy. So yeah, we're gonna start with the pilot episode and see how that goes and move on. What else have we thought? There's something else I'm forgetting. Oh, here's a little thing. So
road trip. I don't know.
Road trip. That'd be. Oh yeah, the whole like from. Oh, it was like from Mississippi to somewhere other.
It was like I don't remember. It was like who cares Michigan to why, or no, it was why to why not.
Yes, why to why not. It's like from Illinois to Arkansas? No. New Mexico. I don't remember.
Did you just say Arkansas?
Gosh darn.
That better be in reference to that meme.
I mean, it is, but like it wasn't purposeful.
What grade are you in?
I'm trying to do a radio show. I've been up since 8 a.m.
Arkansas.
Sorry, 7 a.m. I'm tired.
Arkansas,
okay? You know what? I don't get enough.
I'm going to Mississippi.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Exactly.
Are you done? Are we good?
Maybe.
Okay. I think that's everything we thought of.
Yeah.
I think that's it. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully keep doing this thing. Thank you again for everyone for listening. It's been a blast. If you even
listen to like 5 seconds.
Well, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah, if you listen to 5 seconds, you're dead to me. But 5 minutes.
Thank you.
You're a friend.
We appreciate it. And here's the other thing: if there's segments you want us to do, like just reach out.
Yeah, if you want to be like, hey, ideas. Go and take a chicken and talk to it on the air.
I'm not.
We'll do it.
I'm hoping to do like more video stuff too, because I have one camera, so we can maybe do video
so if you want to
see
Eddie ride down a giant hill in a metal red wagon, stuff like that.
I've actually done that.
See, now you can do it again as an adult and we can record it. Maybe we should make like a YouTube channel. Like we should make a YouTube channel. Maybe we should post videos.
My own partner doesn't even know we have a YouTube channel.
We'll do stupid challenges like, how far can you throw this lemon?
That's okay. Whatever. We have to talk about this.
3 kilometers.
Do you even know how far 3 kilometers is?
It's roughly 3 miles.
No, 1 kilometer is like 3 miles.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of meter. No, I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
A meter is a bit less. No, wait. No.
This is why we don't use the metric system. Our system works. Wait, do we use the metric system? Our system in America works just fine. 3 football fields.
Whatever.
27 geese.
How should we end our final Waynesburg show, Shaner?
To all those listening in Kansas, Mississippi, and Arkansas, Pennsylvania, California,
Miami,
Delaware,
Florida,
Canada,
Maine,
Mexico,
Connecticut,
Cuba,
New York,
Africa,
Illinois,
the moon,
Iowa.
Good night.
Good night. Goodbye. Man, that feels so awful.
One last time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. 2 dudes on the radio signing off.
Woo! Sorry, I got a little excited.
That's a good way to end it.
Goodbye.